I had like, what, 4 windows open that could have been it? I like this sound. This music is perfect for what we're doing right now.
This is honestly like something I'd expect out of Fallout.
Right?
If Fallout wasn't already out.
It definitely feels like a Fallout thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm digging this. So yeah, this is a good soundtrack for our expectations for the show.
I would say so.
I want to see some VR. To be honest with you guys.
I think we'll see Skyrim VR and or Fallout 4 VR. I think you will, and that's something that I'm looking forward to. You know, I'm not like the biggest VR guy because I feel like VR still needs to kind of prove itself. These are games that I think would be proof of concepts for someone like who's looking for, you know, a proper video game in VR. Even though we'll probably be playing it in like 10, 20-minute bursts, I want to explore a world.
You know, you're talking about Doom DLC,
right?
Single player. I was thinking, well, you know, it'd be a cool version of that is VR.
Right.
If they actually released that Doom mod.
Yeah, why
as a
haven't
VR
they done
experience?
That is true. I mean, I would love to see like something like that old corridor style like thing, but in VR.
Yeah. Well, you played that at QuakeCon, right, Austin? Like, why they could release that, right? They could charge some money for that.
Maybe not necessarily the full campaign, because it's hard to imagine like sitting through like 5 or 6 hours and like Doom World.
Right.
Just being kind of stuck in VR like that for like a long period of time.
Playing Doom 2016 on Ultra Nightmare in VR, that'd be a head trip.
But just give us enough, like a 2-3 hour campaign or something, something to whet our appetites at least.
Yeah. I do think we'll see Wolfenstein 2.
Oh, for sure.
Tonight.
I certainly hope that's the case, and I'm still enjoying the revival that Wolfenstein's had in like the last 5 years or so.
I think
it's been great.
I think its trifecta franchises are maybe the strongest they've been in years.
I was surprised because when I first heard that they were bringing Wolfenstein back like a couple years ago, it's like, okay, this is gonna be like a retread or whatever. Like it's not gonna be anything special. And man, was I wrong about that? Holy cow, was I ever wrong about that?
Yeah, and Doom 3, I like Doom 3, but that was a divisive game. I think people would pretty much unanimously agree that Doom 2016 was great.
Yep.
Nice blend of old and new. Quake Champions, I like it as a Quake fan, and Wolfenstein's still going strong, so that's pretty awesome. This is a good time to be an id fan.
I'm looking forward to seeing.
It is an amazing time.
It is. I haven't been able to say that and mean it since like 1999.
I know.
Yeah, it's been about like what?
Their revival has been amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really happy to see
it's the most epic comeback for a franchise.
And we're not just saying that because we're Shacknews and we have like a history of being like big id fans.
There's something pure and right with
it is part of the bedrock of gaming.
Dude,
yes.
Not just first-person shooting, not just game. Like they are a bedrock of the industry, part of the bedrock of the industry, and I'm glad that they are still strong.
Yeah.
Between what they did with Quake and what they've done with Doom, now twice or 4 times, whatever you want to say.
Sure.
And just the idea that they had a game that was really close to launch.
Yeah.
And had the balls to scrap it.
Yep.
And that
Bethesda supported that.
That decision was this like existential pivot for them.
Yeah.
That ended up being the right, like this amazing outcome.
Yeah. And credit where credit is due. You need the right publisher to back that sort of decision. And Bethesda, they have a reputation as being some not supportive, depending on who you listen to, but they backed it for that.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I think ZeniMax really stepped up.
Yeah,
and backed it, and we're like, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna give you guys some time, and
that's kind of what it has always needed is time.
Yeah, credit to everyone involved there. But exactly with the Quake development cycle, how long that took, and how that frustrated people on the team.
I feel like it pioneered the when it's done release date, and they need to be able to stick to that.
They were Valve time before Valve time.
They were, that's right.
But they were also great betas that were like, they listened. They wanted your feedback, and they listened to your feedback. And I feel like that's what we've been seeing with Quake Champions. I'm curious what they have to say tonight about Quake Champions and how they present it. If I'm id, I have pro Quake players on stage tonight playing each other.
You know, it's funny because I read that Waypoint piece yesterday about press conferences being esports and how maybe not should not do that so much. But although if you actually have pro Quake players,
there's some games
that's
you
what
need
they
to see
did at
pros
QuakeCon,
play.
Ozzy.
Yeah.
And they had like.
You need people that actually know how to play the game.
Evil and Rafa had 2 teams that they put together, and like it was an amazing group of people playing Quake.
Right.
And it was the first time any of us had ever seen Quake Champions.
Yeah.
So I feel like they might want to do that again.
As long as there's no more shoutcasting, I think we've had enough people like
The
esports people shouting at me.
shoutcasting at the Microsoft event was very confusing.
Shoutcasting is joining the E3 bingo card.
Can we put that on for next year?
Yeah, that's
the
that
Shacknews E3 bingo card.
Do you think we get a Quake Champions release date tonight, or
potentially? I'd like to see more game modes revealed, or like
they said they're going to let the beta stretch out, but
I don't know. I feel like it has to come out this year.
I think it does need to be a 2017 release.
But maybe late.
Yeah. They could do.
I'm not sure.
I think if you push it to 2018, it'll be fine.
It seems like that's the motto of E3. Let's just push it to first quarter 18.
Yeah.
Which is funny because Red Dead Redemption is first quarter 18, and that's going to kill everything in the face. So.
Maybe Nintendo set a precedent with the Switch launch.
Yeah.
Let's get it at the end of March, just so we hit that first quarter.
That is kind of weird that everything is kind of safely rolling into 2018 when it's like you'd think you'd want to get it out before Red Dead Redemption kind of takes everyone's lunch money. But
I guess there's going to be one of those every year now. Like this spring it was Zelda.
Yeah.
Next spring it's going to be Red Dead 2.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But then again, like it's almost.
But will they have magnesis lifts in Red Dead?
No.
Will I be able to hack it?
I doubt it.
Like the geniuses who play Zelda every day.
That's
the amazing things going on in that game.
And
it's like a cloud over E3. Like Zelda is awesome. And then there's everything else happening.
One of my most anticipated games of this show is Zelda DLC.
Yeah, that's gonna be the crazy thing when the game of the show is like, we're gonna give it to the DLC for Zelda. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah, exactly. Nintendo's going to be competing against Nintendo. Zelda DLC versus Mario Odyssey.
How do we turn this Bethesda thing into a Nintendo love letter? Like that's.
I know.
Every conversation in my life usually goes
because back to Doom should be on Switch.
Doom should be on Switch. There you go.
Back on topic.
Full circle.
We saw Elder Scrolls in the hype video for Switch.
Yes.
Switch isn't powerful enough for Doom, but we'll do
Lies. There's people on chatting whose computers are way less powerful than a Switch, and they run Doom.
We'll see how adaptable
it
is Tech 6.
Yeah, it runs terribly, sure.
720p, like maybe 30 frames per second. But you know what? I've already had a great 4K experience, Doom.
I want to play Doom
portable Doom.
Why don't you remaster Doom for the Xbox One X?
Yeah,
that sounds like fun.
Yeah, put Doom on Xbox One X with everything else, and it'll be 4K HDR and 60 frames per second, which matters.
We can give
the whole package.
We can give Doom Game of the Year again this year.
No, we can't do that.
We're not gonna do that.
Can't do that.
We're not gonna get that over.
There's no
Doom over Zelda.
When you do a website death threat over Game of the Year, you can't.
You can only play that card once.
This is
very true.
That's a card that I pulled out as briefcase, man. I don't have that card anymore. When you play that card, it's gone.
That's been shuffled back into the deck.
I'm like, okay, there it goes.
Yeah.
But I did it. I did it for Shacknews and I did it for Doom because the game was amazing.
The irony is you did it for Shacknews, but if it wouldn't have won, you doing it for Shacknews would have spelled the end. Shacknews. No, I think we'll see Wolfenstein 2. I think Starfield. This is supposed to be Bethesda's new IP.
Okay, I'm down for
I think we'll see that.
It's like a futuristic, similar game to Skyrim and Fallout. Is what they're saying.
So like Skyrim is like your pure epic fantasy game. The opposite end of the spectrum, Fallout 4. I guess in the middle is Fallout 4, post-apocalyptic. And then Starfield is supposed to be the futuristic. Yeah.
Kind of like Anthem.
Kind of like
Titanfall 2.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But
Probably
I'm all
meant
about
to be
future
played.
Fallout.
Yeah. Future Fallout, future Skyrim
Fallout.
sounds awesome, actually.
Future Fallout, Skyrim. There you go.
And also VR of all of it. Sounds intriguing.
You know what? The thing is, they've already said they're going to do Fallout 4 in VR. They're going to do Skyrim in VR. If Starfield is anything like those other two, we could get that in VR.
Let's just look at this for a second. we're talking about VR with Bethesda, which is owned by ZeniMax, which sued Oculus. Oculus isn't even at the show.
This is like a soap opera.
And this sounds like they have an amusement park over at Bethesda Land.
They have a literal amusement park right now.
They have a literal amusement park with the Oculus money from the settlement.
Wow.
Yeah, when you put it that way. And then they took the Oculus settlement money and they built a Ferris wheel.
Oculus doesn't even have a booth here this year. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I feel like the VR wars are still going on, guys. Everyone's like, oh, VR's dead. I'm like, no.
The state of VR is Bethesda using their money to open a theme park.
Yes, exactly.
That's
how VR created wealth.
Yes.
And it benefited everyone.
That's everyone at Bethesda Showcase who got on the
everyone who was lucky enough to go there, like Steve
and Greg.
Right. So, I mean, what about other Bethesda games? Dishonored 2 expansions?
Maybe. I can see that. I just remember last year just going into it really excited for Dishonored, and you know, thankfully it really hasn't disappointed. So maybe we'll see a little more of that. I'm basically in this for Wolfenstein and I'm in this for Quake Champions. So
yes.
Anything else I get after this is gravy.
Okay.
Some kind of Skyrim news.
I think we'll get two.
We'll probably see something for Elder Scrolls Online.
I think Switch. I think Skyrim on Switch.
I think they should show it.
Come on.
Yeah. This is the last chance to.
Someone acknowledge Switch already. It's not right.
I mean, Elder Scrolls Online just got that Morrowind expansion.
That's true.
Excited about.
I think that they'll probably. It's tongue in cheek at this point. Everybody wants Elder Scrolls 6 news, but it's nowhere near ready to show. So we'll probably get a passing like, yes, we're working on it. Stop asking. And then they'll move on to maybe Skyrim VR, or Skyrim Switch, or Elder Scrolls Online.
Did that Elder Scrolls trading card game ever come out?
I think.
I don't even remember. I didn't keep track.
I think Steve wrote something about it.
He's
our
of course, he's our resident trading card game guy.
Yeah, that's right.
I wasn't sure if we were.
He's happy you're back, Ozzy, because when he talks about Hearthstone in the chat room, he just gets crickets. But now that you're back,
I
we can have a
understand what he's
dialogue.
talking about, but I'm like, I just can't play it every day.
Well, Steve can't write every Hearthstone piece. So I gotta take some of that.
Ozzy came back.
Skyrim Joy-Con colors. Says A10 Pilot. Yes, the new Skyrim Joy-Con. Only $90.
What would the Skyrim Joy-Con colors be? Like, what would be like?
Gray.
Like maybe
grayer.
some sort of trim around them. Yeah. That's the nice thing about the Joy-Cons. They can release any sorts of designs with those. Mm-hmm. You know, special edition, special colors.
I love that we're getting banana yellow for our.
Once again, we're talking about how great Switch is.
See, it is back to
Shacknews. Everything should be on Switch.
There's synergy. There's synergy. Skyrim on Switch.
We're experts at two things. We're experts on Nintendo and we're experts on id.
Yeah.
And some PC games. Like, also Blizzard. We like Blizzard games.
Love Blizzard.
So what you're saying...
we talk about Blizzard games, we talk about id.
What you're saying is that all Blizzard and id games should be on Switch. Everything should be on Switch.
Basically, Overwatch would be awesome on Switch. Who would not want to play Overwatch on Switch? I'd be like, no. You're telling me I can play Overwatch portably? No. Please,
Overwatch on Switch would be great.
Don't do that.
No.
Don't
give me fun.
that.
Don't give me fun on the go.
Yeah, come on, Bethesda. Show us something awesome in the next couple minutes.
Yeah, so I think we're agreed. We're going to get some Wolfenstein 2, Bethesda new IP, a little bit of VR stuff, maybe Skyrim on Switch. I'd like to see it running on Switch.
I'm so surprised that we're still getting mileage out of Skyrim, just because it's been 6 years now since we got it.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's. I feel
still
like
gas in the tank, Ozzy. Still gas in the tank.
Yeah, I guess Elder Scrolls 6 will have to be next year. The thing that everyone looks forward to.
Yeah. I mean that's true because it seems like I think this is Bethesda's third E3 showcase, and they've always had
some
at least one centerpiece.
Skyrim.
Yeah, but they always have a centerpiece game. Like in 2015, it was Doom. Last year, it was Dishonored 2.
Yeah.
This year, they might double up with the new IP and Wolfenstein.
Yeah. And
so next year,
I feel like next year will be more of the new IP.
Yeah, that's true.
Like they're still you said they're still gassing the Skyrim tank. I can believe that.
Mm-hmm.
It's starting, guys.
All right, 30 seconds.
It's starting in 27 seconds.
It's starting. There's
30
a
seconds
countdown.
to more Skyrim.
The countdown to the countdown has ended. Now the countdown begins.
And the reaction I always see to Skyrim is like, I love Skyrim. I'll take more Skyrim. So
Sure.
If it hasn't gotten old, then who am I to crap on it?
Yeah, Kev is there. Kiefer's there.
10, 9,
Cool.
8, 7,
That's 4 people. This should be good.
5,
Oh my goodness.
4,
Blast off the Doom 2016 2. Right.
What does your daddy do? What does he do for a job?
Plays on his computer. I don't know, actually.
He does effects like sparkles, cutscenes.
Sits at a computer and does stuff.
Cutscenes. That kid already knows video game jargon. Way to go.
I'm a senior programmer.
I'm a UI programmer.
I'm a senior designer.
My mom's an artist. She works pretty hard.
I am a quest designer.
I'm a senior character artist. Yeah, it definitely is a very familial environment.
My dad makes video games.
My mom makes video games.
I always wanted to make games.
I dreamt of this kind of job when I was a kid.
I grew up loving games.
When he was little, this was actually his dream job.
It never occurred to me that it could be a job. Sometimes I still feel like that kid.
Wait, I'm an adult?
Sometimes I have to pinch myself that it's real.
I love what I do.
I mean, it's video games for a living.
The funny thing is, it's past half these kids' bedtimes right now.
Right.
My
No.
games make people feel happy.
Scared,
Excited.
Badass.
all kinds of feelings.
Badass.
Working on an RPG.
Wow.
I'm working on a shooter.
It's
Okay.
really
we're
cool.
Language,
Bethesda is
children.
not Nintendo.
Third person.
In case you're
Come on.
Dystopian.
A horror game.
There's any confusion.
These kids with their language these days.
I know.
Hang on.
I mean, their parents are making like
Game
Doom
is
and
really
Fallout.
exciting.
So.
This is freaking awesome.
Overwhelming.
Mind-blowing.
I'm really proud of my dad.
My mom works hard.
And now they're ready.
They made their game.
And this is it.
It's go time.
Time to show everyone what we've been working on.
Except me. I can't play till I'm older.
Awesome. Let's get it started.
That's true. None of these kids can play half these games.
You should not play Doom.
No.
Young
No.
I would totally let them play Doom if they're my kid, though.
No.
Sorry. I was playing games when I was like,
Yeah, if you can handle it.
Welcome.
I played like Doom and Mortal Kombat at like 9 or 10.
like, get
I'm
me
all right.
whatever I can
They haven't
play,
caught
but
me yet. They haven't found me out yet.
I had older brothers that worked out my benefit.
Right.
I saw some Quake, some Dishonored.
You know what? I'll say this. Like this montage.
We didn't mention Prey.
No,
Prey could be
that's
something
true.
to show off.
Right. But I'm looking at this montage and it reinforces the fact that like Bethesda belongs in the showcase rotation. Like they have this solid.
They've stepped
Catalog
up their
now.
catalog. for
Yeah.
sure. They are premier third-party developer.
Yep.
Yeah, I was skeptical at first, like a couple years ago. It's like, do they have enough to sustain a full, presentation? But
All right.
ZeniMax as a company is just very strong.
Yeah.
Helps when you win $500 million.
They can build a theme park at E3. That's very specific.
It's like the exorbitant kind of thing that Activision used to do.
Yeah.
Times have changed.
Right.
Welcome everyone to Bethesda Land
Wow.
2017. Yes, Bethesda Land. A place of adventure, innovation, wonderment.
The Caco
but above
coaster.
all else, fun. To get things started, please welcome Bethesda's Global Vice President of PR and Marketing, Pete Hines.
Yeah, they're getting better at this.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I can't even
Outdoor
imagine the size
conference,
of the
no
bar
less.
tab that I paid for that applause, but I thank you for that. Good evening and welcome to the 2017 Bethesda E3 Showcase. And welcome to Bethesda Land. We will offer you an experience at E3 unlike anything else, and
And
a
now
chance
here's
to
Doom 2.
celebrate
Oh.
some of the world's best video games. Tonight we'll be taking you on a virtual tour through our playground where there's something for everyone, whether it's phone or tablet, PC, or your favorite Xbox, PlayStation,
That's a
or
good point. I was
Nintendo
gonna, they might
console,
just like
or
roll out
any
another
of us.
mobile game.
All of the above.
Oh, they could definitely do
They could do that.
But before we turn to the latest from Bethesda, let's take a minute to look at some of the most recent games that you've been playing and many of you are still enjoying. Like the endless hours of fun that millions of fans have had playing Doom.
All right.
Yeah.
Ripping, tearing, and otherwise eviscerating demons from hell.
Yes.
Did you play a badass supernatural assassin in Dishonored 2, or
I feel like I did that in Doom also.
fight to survive aboard an alien-infested space station in Prey?
Doom.
Maybe you're one of the 100 million people around the world who have enjoyed building and overseeing your own vault in Fallout Shelter. And I know that many of you are still playing Fallout 4 and Skyrim Special Edition. Probably because for the first time in our industry, both games offer user mods for console players, with more than 300 million mod downloads since we launched them last year. As each of these extraordinary
300
games
million
show,
mod
Bethesda
downloads?
works hard for you,
Most
giving
of them for the
players the
Macho
very
Man Randy
best
Savage
entertainment
mod.
experience regardless
Right.
of your taste, platform, or
dig
play
it.
style. So, what's next? Let's start by talking about virtual reality,
That's one of my
something that we've
favorite
been
hashtags
at the
ever.
forefront of.
That's the VR right at the top,
Teams
awesome.
hard at work
Look who's
on
in charge of VR at
titles to
E3.
provide the kind of experiences you've been asking
Look who's
for,
the only publisher
and
so
the
far to
kind of
talk about
experience
VR
you
at
won't find anywhere else.
It's Bethesda.
Let's
They're
start
keeping
our
it
tour of
alive.
Bethesda Land with 2 VR games coming out this year. You ready?
2 VR
Let's take a
games
look.
coming out this year.
Wow.
Please take a look.
Oh man. Is
Fallout, right? It's got to be the first one.
Doom. We love Vive here at Bethesda. No apparent reason.
To the UAC.
Doom!
Oh!
Yeah!
Oh my god.
You're gonna lead off with Doom VR. You're gonna leave.
I love
gonna
you,
leave
Bethesda.
happy.
Conference of the show.
Well, I think
They can go home now. Like
Yeah.
this is good enough.
Welcome to the UAC.
He just goes back out and goes, okay, good night, we're done.
Does this even remotely resemble what you played
No.
this summer? So
This is way
this is a
cooler.
this is a brand new experience. Man, I'm gonna have to buy a VR headset.
No, you live half a mile from one.
All right,
That's true. You don't
Like,
live far from
I'm
Austin.
going to camp out on Austin.
I have
Hold on
very
until the
comfortable
web's moving.
couches and a lull there. It's wonderful over there. All the
VFR,
Doom
of course.
VFR.
all the VR VFR.
Yeah.
Verf.
The fur.
Verf.
I feel like I can't move on until I know what
Oh my
VFR
God.
stands for. What is the
Doom
BFG, VFR. Very
Yeah.
Very
freaking real.
Very
freaking,
yeah.
Virtual freaking reality. Okay.
VFR.
So what are we?
Buffers.
What's it looking like for Fallout? Is this looking like a straight up port or?
I think it's supposed to be a straight up port.
Okay.
You just strap on the headset and you're playing Fallout 4.
I can't imagine like playing 6 to 8 hours of Fallout in VR, just like coming back to the real world.
Yeah.
That'd be way too much. But this looks really cool.
But this is what I want. I want a full video game
Yeah.
in a VR world. I don't want any shortcuts.
There's gonna be a hell of an uncanny valley.
Yeah. They're doing a lot of rejiggering the interface though. I assume they're kind of just going through with a fine-tooth comb, trying to tailor it to VR as much as they can, so it feels seamless, right?
You're gonna develop a lot of itchy trigger fingers with these 2 games.
Yeah.
Dude, it's
By the end
your
of it.
heart, like
Your heart, your
races
reflexes.
too.
Yes.
When you're like surrounded.
Asif hasn't moved. Asif hasn't even seen Fallout 4 VR yet. He's just focused on 2 VR.
I'm sorry. I'm already like.
Playable entirely in VR. Sure will be exciting to play Fallout 4 in VR.
I was saying both of those games are definitely gonna have people twitching.
Plus Doom VFR. It's so hot right now. Expansive open worlds and endless player choice are 2 of the cornerstones on which Bethesda was built. The Elder Scrolls Online, first released in 2014, and has built a massive community. Since launch, more than 10 million players have had countless adventures in Tamriel. Now you can return to a thrilling fan favorite location, Morrowind.
Oh, you know, speaking of Morrowind, I bet you we get the original on the Xbox OG backwards compatible list.
Oh, nice. Right now. Here we go.
I would think so.
Still remember how much hate Elder Scrolls Online first got when it released.
Oh yeah.
That it's lasted this long is pretty amazing.
I mean, it came out right like at the tail end when people were just kind of overpaying subscriptions for MMOs, you know.
So many MMOs have come and gone since then. Like it's this and the Old Republic that have just stuck around.
Yep.
That was amazing. I can't wait.
Hey guys, influencers like our game.
So do our children. We let them first.
Elder Scrolls Online made me feel like I was 14 again.
I gotta watch the bear again real quick. Get us on the bear.
I'm rooting for that bear.
They're gonna have years of content still ahead of them. Like, like in 2020, they can play the Skyrim card.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This game will never end. Bravo. Really. I congratulate them because they pivoted this game.
But this is establishing itself as a world company. They are building worlds.
Yeah.
They really bounced back from that rough launch. Like it's
yeah.
Yeah, Greg did a great video on GG Greg about it.
Yeah.
His first review.
Oh, yeah, is that right?
Yeah, you're right though. They have a Skyrim card that they just haven't played yet.
And they don't need to right now.
No, why bother?
Check it out, here's the transition, right? Elder Scrolls 6 comes out a few months later. Hey, Skyrim is playable in ESO.
But that is kind of interesting that they've dedicated a couple minutes to something that's already out.
For sure. I think, you know, with the theme park theme, they want to show all of their rides, all of their attractions.
That Bethesda's first PC user mods in 2002 were for the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. 15 years later, Bethesda continues to support the mod community. Last year, Bethesda user mods were made available to Xbox One and PlayStation 4 players. And since then, there have been more than 300 million mod downloads for Fallout 4
About that time
and
you and
Skyrim
Val wanted to
Special
charge
Edition.
for Fallout 3 mods.
And we're just getting started.
Move past that.
In 2017, Bethesda is going to shake things up again.
Bethesda Game Studios is known for creating open living worlds with seemingly limitless gameplay content.
I was just getting you guys images.
Experience even more.
Yeah, that's what I do here.
Introducing Creation Club, a collection of new game content for Skyrim and Fallout 4, including new weapons, new armor, new outfits and accessories, new crafting and housing features, even new gameplay enhancements. Using Creation Club is easy. Browse the selection in-game by category and use credits to download right there. Your new content will appear automatically. Creation Club content is made by Bethesda Game Studios and outside developers, including the very best community creators. These outside creators work hand in hand with Bethesda Game Studios, which means all content will be fully compatible with
this is their Steam Workshop?
achievements and official add-ons. Creation Club is coming this summer for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC.
Wait,
Creation
so
Club,
yeah,
the worlds of Fallout 4
what it feels
and
like right now.
Skyrim
Cross-platform,
just
though.
got a little bit bigger.
It's not just like Bethesda launcher.
They've been dangling that paid mods idea for years now.
Yeah.
I think they're finally pulling the trigger on it.
The Elder Scrolls Legends.
Okay, there you go.
There we go.
Elder Scrolls Legends.
Elder Scrolls Hearthstone.
We have a name to a face
role-playing
now.
experience and offering a unique strategy card game. But we haven't shown all our cards yet. Let's see what's next for Legends.
Stories can do surprising things, whether they are true or not. And this is one you should hear.
Bring me a warrior with strength and courage.
Oh, is that a Shacknews
They had a
quote?
Shacknews quote?
That was a Shacknews quote.
Yeah, there you go.
He's got the Steve Watts seal of approval.
Nice. I'm also interested in the history of Watts.
I have you now.
Total Fusion 1's asking in chat if this is the third card game this year. I'm thinking of this, Quint, and what's the third one? Let's come out. Oh, is it next month? Okay, I gotta try it next month. I gotta see if this is gonna.
Slack notifications are killing my screenshots right now.
I gotta see if this is gonna.
Everyone keeps talking about VR.
It's gonna eat up my time like Hearthstone does.
This is not working.
Even those lost amongst the mountains can find their way within the stars. The path is written for you to find. The path to warriors destined for Savangard. To beasts cursed by an unquenchable hunger. To scholars of ancient and ferocious magic. And to dark terrors from above. They all await in Skyrim. You must simply find the path.
Nice. Okay.
I like that.
All right.
Interesting.
I'm in.
The Elder Scrolls has given tens of millions of fans, just like you, the chance to live another life in another world.
CCG games would be fun on Switch.
Now, for the first time,
This has sold me a lot more on
one of our
Elder
most
Scrolls Legends
beloved
than,
games
anything I've
is
seen from
coming
Gwent.
to a
Like, Gwent hasn't
Nintendo
really
platform.
sold me.
Yeah.
Now that's a Switch.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, this is why I love Bethesda.
At
right
long
now.
last.
This is like designed for me.
When they said
VR, Switch,
okay,
Doom.
when P9 came out at the beginning and said we're gonna have something for every type of gamer, I really wanted to be all snarky and be like, except Nintendo. But what?
Finally, a publisher's like,
What?
hey, Switch is
We
selling
love
well,
Switch.
and we're
We work
supporting
at Bethesda.
What?
No! In Skyrim! Via
Oh
Amiibo!
my God!
Okay, I'm buying Skyrim on Switch.
Guess what everyone is?
Yeah, I'm buying the Switch. Donovan is in.
That's so cool.
Game over.
I want the
Way to
Master
win
Sword.
E3,
Motion
Bethesda.
control.
Yeah, it's
Motion
done.
controls at the link. That's. Oh god, and I'm playing Skyrim in 2017.
I know, right? I'm gonna finally play Skyrim.
Assuming that was like, actual gameplay footage on Switch, that was pretty
Bethesda
impressive.
has always
So
believed in
smooth.
immersive worlds in which
Like
players
Switch.
can tell their own story.
Master Sword.
My God.
Be who they
Doom in
want
VR, Master Sword
and
in
do
Skyrim
what they
on
want
Switch.
to do.
Yeah.
Oh.
This September,
Dishonored.
get ready for another adventure in the Dishonored universe. A story of revenge and the ultimate assassination.
Sounds like a Dishonored story, yes. Kiefer should be excited.
Yeah.
More Dishonored content. It's the darkest Scooby-Doo sequence I've ever seen. No.
No.
Of course not. Why would they do such a
The
thing?
release date is when it's done, you'll buy it.
You just deal with it.
I actually think it'd be cool if Nintendo gave us a release date on Tuesday.
They will.
Yeah. You know what? That's true.
They're probably letting that happen.
We've seen a lot of cross play, so to speak, between press conferences this
Oh
year.
yeah,
too.
yeah.
You know, like Anthem debuted at EA, we got more on Microsoft.
Seriously,
We'll
can you
probably see
think of a
some
better way to entertain me if you were a press conference?
We'll
VR
probably
to
see
start
more.
and then switch. And now some Dishonored action.
Yeah, I bet you will see Battlefront again.
This is just delightful.
Yes.
This is a delightful press conference.
Not only VR, but Doom VR.
Doom VR to start?
The 1-2 punch
We're gonna kill the outside.
in VR on Switch.
Give me Doom 2 on Switch.
It's all awesome. It's too much. We can't. It's. Don't get my hopes up.
September 15th. Book DLC.
In 1996, id Software offered gamers a new, exciting way to play and compete. That year marked the true birth of esports, and it began with a LAN party in Dallas, Texas. Fans came together to play a fast-paced, revolutionary new shooter called
Quite a bit of work experience.
Not a real tournament. Quake.
Quite a bit of work experience.
Finally recognized as professional gamers.
I like Quake.
Quake's alright.
Quake's why I
Champions
own
takes
Shacknews.
esports to the next level.
In case you guys wanted to know.
I think we need more Quake 2 representation in Quake Champions also.
We weren't born champions. We're made.
Champions.
Made better.
Hey Ozzy.
Made faster.
Doesn't this seem like a esports
It
hype
does.
reel?
It does seem like an esports hype reel.
Every single match. We don't just play.
Seems like they're trying to brand a game as an esport.
Well, they've been trying to do that since last year, but it's still too early to say whether it's gonna
Free to play?
I'm confused. Where's the shoutcaster? Am I missing him?
There's nobody shouting at me.
Oh my god!
There it is. Now we're esportsing. There it is.
Oh, he's playing as Ranger. Oh, scale bearer.
See, this is how they need to present Quake Champions. This
Anarchy.
Skill is rewarded.
Man, do I like me some Quake.
You'll regret that.
Shield on.
A healthy dose of Anarchy.
Try to keep up.
Whoa, nice.
BJ Blazkowicz.
You done messed up now.
I'm coming for you, goddamn weirdos. None of you gets out alive.
What a nice.
They gotta add Doom Guy next.
Oh my god.
Yes,
this,
they do.
this is
Yes,
proving
they
my
do.
point. They're all the same guy. Ranger, Doom Guy, and BJ are the same guy.
Every victory.
I've been saying this for years. Come on.
More than 20 years in the making, the original esport returns.
Quake World
Announcing the Quake World
Championships.
Championships. August 26th
Oh.
at QuakeCon.
Guess where I'm going.
Yeah.
Competitors will face off in the ultimate esports.
The World Championships of
$1 million.
Quake.
Nice.
Of $1 million.
$1 million? That's the way to start an esport, Ozzy.
It's gonna be everyone's chaser after the international in August.
Play the beta now.
Competitive shooters are pretty healthy right
Okay, Shaq, we're putting together a team of 5 people. I will sponsor you to the Quake Championships.
Is this for real?
For real. We need 5 people. Best people on Quake.
There you go.
Let's get them
people
assembled.
that don't
Is it
suck.
5 or 4?
Is nearly finished.
4?
Let's take
Whichever
a peek.
it is.
Whatever it is. QuakeCon. Come on, let's do it. Let's win money.
Team
That'd be
Shacknews.
cool. That'd be cool.
I want a Team Shacknews for this.
What do we got here? Ooh. Something's gonna give me nightmares.
Sebastian,
Sorry, too excited.
for 3 years since Beacon happened, you've been
Where do I
searching for
control
answers.
this hype?
You didn't find what you were looking for because they didn't want you to. Mobius knows you've been following us. And they've been watching you for a long time. You trained and trusted me. And in return, I betrayed you. Long before we met, you lost your daughter, Lily. She's still alive. This is your chance to save her.
She's in Silent Hill.
To to get back what you lost.
You're not far off. This is Evil Within.
You're gonna need to go back into STEM. Again.
I completely glossed over the first one because it kind of seemed to stumble out of the gate. Is it worth playing?
It's better than Resident Evil 6.
Oh well, you know.
I almost said it was better than the recent Resident Evils, but
Extreme Paint Brawl is probably better than Resident Evil 6.
I think it's gonna be one of those games where like the sequel works out the kinks.
I hope so. I'm a big Mikami fan.
Okay. Duran Duran remake for the soundtrack. +2. Golf clap.
I love survival horror, and this is just looking right up my alley right now.
I'm giving this a golf clap right now. Yeah, I'm digging this.
Grow up so quickly. The minute you're holding them in the hospital, and next we're conduit for demonic invasion.
Part of a cult.
Okay, that looks really cool.
Do we think this is a reboot?
I don't think no. It's a straight sequel. But
so
the jury's out on it for me. I wasn't a huge fan of the first one.
Yeah. Oh, look kind of neat.
We're doing kind of, it's almost like mixed signals. Like the first part of the demonstration seemed very survival horror-esque, and now we get a lot of action.
It's out this year. Wow. So it's obviously going to be playable this week.
Wow. On Friday, October 13th, The Evil Within 2 will surely be giving
Friday
us
the
all
13th.
nightmares.
I dig.
We hope you've enjoyed your time in Bethesda Land.
October 15th.
And as we near the end of our tour,
Friday the 13th.
we leave you with one more
Smart.
coming attraction.
Alright, last one.
I don't want to leave Bethesda Land.
Here you go, Peggy. Was everything your mother ordered?
I've enjoyed my time in Bethesda Land.
I want to go back.
Yeah.
Well, Bethesda's getting into FMV games.
Finally.
Oh, wow.
This is Fallout something, right?
Or the new IP.
This might be the new IP.
Or Wolfenstein? I don't know.
What the hell is happening right now?
I'm gonna get you out. Get it on. Hang on, I'm gonna get you out of here.
Yep.
Please let this be actual game footage.
Yeah, please. Lassie.
What?
The robot dog. Yeah. Yes, it's Lassie, but it's a robot.
Okay. New theory. This is Elder Scrolls 6, and that's the new dogmeat.
Bad girl.
What is happening?
It's like you had a robot dog that could breathe fire.
Oh my god.
Game of the Year candidate, Liesel. Okay, so they're definitely... How many marijuanas, Bethesda? Breathe into this cup. Or whatever. I don't know, but I'm scream capping all of this Aussie for science.
Mutant cats have taken over the world.
Thank you for all the joy and pain. Picture show, second balcony.
Is this the same thing?
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
What's happening?
I think so.
The old and the weak are doomed.
William, I prayed for you to wake up.
See, this is looking like the same premise as the first game. In a lot of ways.
Gotten so fat.
It says we're having twins.
Frau Engel.
So it
She's
was
been
Wolf.
hunting for you. She's been moving heaven and earth, and today she found you.
What was that?
You think you're a hero when you're Joseph Leskovich?
Wolfenstein, the Nazis win. Again.
Until they don't. Again.
Nazi Mark.
Hey, what?
And these graphics are kind of crazy.
Hello.
Come on, Peter, let's go someplace else.
I definitely saw some KKK folks.
Oh.
I wonder what year this is.
Bitteschön. You, one strawberry milkshake, please. Oh, I hope you don't have a fire back there to put out. If so, I'll come back another time.
I'm sure the fire can wait, Commandant. One strawberry milkshake coming right up.
Fireman, I recognize your face. Very Aryan face it is too.
Yeah, very
You're
Aryan.
at Station 1?
There you go, Commandant.
Oh, vielen Dank. Now you.
You know what really
Show me your
picks up the press
identification
conference
papers.
when you throw a bunch of Nazis on screen. Gets everyone excited. Okay.
We gotta put the fighting spirit back in the American people.
The actual gameplay of the first New Order was outstanding.
Yes, it was.
Great FPS game.
I am intrigued by this premise so far. I'm in.
I want to see more of this weird stock footage of the dog.
Yeah.
Stay calm. Let me first make it absolutely clear that I am not a Nazi.
What you say? You say you're Nazi?
Oh, fuck this.
Motherfucker!
Let me say this again. I ain't no goddamn Nazi.
Hey! Now you bring Super Special back in and you put him down right now, or I will shove this grenade so far up your ass.
Lady, I got precious little time for your bullshit. We've been trying to make contact with your group. We're organizing for a revolution in America.
We? Shit!
Take cover!
Relax, man. It's just a death.
Oh, bitch got a sick sense of humor.
For the longest time, I've been hearing through the grapevine about this resistance. Leader. Named... Horton.
You know, my ma always said,
Never trust a man can't handle his whiskey, so you sit right down, say Terror-Billy, and drink up. Now listen, Terror-Billy, I respect your ambition, but there's nothing can be done no more. The world has sank into the crapper, and all we can do now is drink this whiskey and watch the vortex suck it all down.
Didn't expect your belly to be quite so yellow.
We stood up against the imperialist war machine in the United States of America and the greedy money men of Wall Street. It was itching to send the children of the proletariat off to die in foreign lands.
His preview's so it's all over the map, but I kind of like it.
Trying to nail down what year it is.
Yeah.
It's the future.
Future's pretty crazy.
And I'll be damned if I'm gonna raise them in a world run by these
This is
Nazi
like what happened.
You take freedom away from America, you're playing with fire. I intend to pour some gasoline.
Oh, there's a dog again. Looked like it.
There's that dog. Breathes fire.
Mechanical dog meat.
I'm calling it wolf meat.
Wolfie. This is called Wolfie.
Wolfie.
2 syllables work. Pretty well. Wolf meat would work too. Wolf meat is his proper name. Wolfie for short.
Okay.
I think this game's gonna be fantastic.
It looks like a lot more of the New Order, and I'm totally okay with that. 100%.
Yeah, like more?
I'm absolutely okay with more.
It's like, instead of more Doom, they're like, here, have some more New Order. Which I'm like, okay.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna argue. Because
okay.
I think we just proved that Doom guy and Blazkowicz are the same guy.
But we are getting more Doom. Doom VFR.
Yeah. No, but remember that scene, spoiler, at the end of Doom, the multiple Doom guys?
Right.
One of those guys is Blazkowicz.
There you go.
Prove it. I'm gonna write a feature about this.
I'm just gonna go down the rabbit hole.
I'll just have it'll be like that Charlie Pepe Sylvia in the background.
This year.
It's gonna be out 2 weeks after The Evil Within, so they're going all in for the end of the year.
The new Colossus. I'm down. Sign me up.
What the hell?
I want to know what is going on in Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus.
What is this?
Are they on drugs also?
Like, I think the whole Bethesda thing's just lit. I think they just proved that, like, they're taking advantage of the laws of the state of California.
I said a couple of months ago that the thing that Machine Games was working on is fucking bananas, so now you know what I mean by fucking bananas. A lady pregnant with twins stabbing a Nazi while a guy's dropping acid is fucking bananas.
Oh, so it was an acid.
Confirmed. Acid.
We can't wait to more shows to show you guys more Wolfenstein 2 and how it combines the compelling shooter with great story, unforgettable characters, and killer graphics with over-the-top action. So if you visit our booth this week at E3, you have a chance to go hands-on and begin the fight to rally the resistance in America against the Nazi regime. In addition to Wolfenstein 2, we'll have hands-on for our VR titles, so you can play both Fallout 4 and Doom VFR.
So
you
know
can
what you
play
guys are
Quake
doing.
Champions and start practicing for that big $1 million prize pool at QuakeCon. Or you can try the Battlegrounds mode in the new Elder Scrolls Online Morrowind. Plus we have hands-on for the new Heroes of Skyrim for Legends, plus a cool interactive
Also, if you need to
experience
write
for
an article putting out an open invitation for the best shackers to
and a lot more.
form that quick
I hope you're
content.
as excited for what we have coming in
Need a few good
2017
men.
as we are. Again, a reminder, everything
women.
that you saw
Yeah,
tonight
the
Wolfmates.
just the best Quake players possible from Shack.
be it
I will
mobile
sponsor
or
a
PC,
team.
console or virtual reality, shooter, horror, RPG, action, or strategy card game. We believe Bethesda will remain the place to go for the very best in video games. We hope you've enjoyed this evening's showcase.
This was
It's
a
your
fantastic
passion
show.
It was
Yes,
fantastic,
very good.
and you know what? It
Make
was
something
short and
great,
sweet.
something
Yeah.
exciting,
No wasted motion, no
something
fat.
fun.
And Donovan and I
If
can
you're here at
eat
E3,
food.
we hope you'll come back and say hi. If you're not here in LA, please keep checking Bethesda.net, where we'll have
You
lots
didn't
more
need to
say
extend
about
to
the
like 90
games on
minutes the way
night
EA
in
did.
coming days, weeks, and months. And we thank all of you
Doom
online for joining us. Please have a good night.
VFR.
I'm down for that and Fallout 4 beer.
Just
Wow.
sign me up for
That was
If
the tightest presentation I've ever seen.
If there's an acid
They're getting
mechanic for
good at this,
Wolfenstein, like there's an actual thing where you drop a tablet like mid game and just start seeing
Collector's
cartoons.
edition comes with.
What is that whole thing with the dog? That's like part of the game.
Yeah.
You take acid and you see the scene where the dog's flipping over cars and stuff.
I
don't understand what we just saw, but I like it.
I love it. I'm really excited for it.
Sign me up.
Tonight.
I've wanted a full-blown Wolfenstein sequel. I played what was it? Wolfenstein the Old
Blood.
The Old Blood. That's what it was.
Expansion.
Yeah, that was the expansion. That was good, but it made me really want another full-blown Wolfenstein.
And a full-blown trippy Wolfenstein.
Yes. I have so many questions about what's happening in the story, what year it is.
I don't even know that I want all the answers. Like, I kind of like just being baffled by a lot of it.
It's going to go all Twin Peaks on us, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
So let's switch to us.
But you know,
we're back.
If it goes Twin Peaks, then it's Game of the Year.
I think out of any of its properties, Wolfenstein is the one they have the most freedom to experiment with. Like,
they really
Doom is just like grim, hell-soaked, blood-soaked hell planes.
Yeah.
Quake is your competitive esports shooter. Wolfenstein can kind of be anything, so long as you're mowing down Nazis. Everything around it is whatever.
That's the only hard rule, is there have to be Nazis.
Yeah.
I'm so in on Wolfenstein. And it's getting apparent to me that even without Red Dead coming out this year, that October is just going to be an insane month.
October is stacked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, October is really stacked this year.
Yeah.
We just continue to be in like one of the greatest periods for video games of all time.
Yeah.
highlighted by
this like last 3 years.
Highlighted by the fact. Look at the diversity. They have a collectible card game.
Yeah.
Competitive first-person shooter, whatever the hell Wolfenstein 2 is, Fallout 4 in VR, Doom in VR, a Switch game. They really covered all bases during that.
Come on,
MMORPG.
They made all of us want to play Skyrim again on Switch.
On Switch,
right?
And I thought I was over Skyrim.
But no.
Come on.
Every time, just when you think you're out,
you need
that.
that.
Back in, you're getting a lot of mileage out of that.
I really am.
Yeah. That's been a criticism of the Switch. A lot of people have been like, they don't have third-party support. For Bethesda to be like, let's switch it up.
I think
give them a shout out like that. Switch it up.
Yeah, I think the future of Bethesda and the Switch will hinge a lot on Skyrim. And
sure.
And whether people are going to want to play it again.
So I'm going to go one further, and I'm probably going to write a take on this, but I actually think Skyrim could be the torchbearer that kind of leads the way for third-party support on Switch.
I would hope so.
I think if you can get Skyrim Special Edition running well on Switch, and it does well, I think a lot of third-party publishers finally see that, okay, you know what, not only is this selling well, but Skyrim is doing well, let's bring our software.
I hope Skyrim does really well.
I hope so.
We can get a couple of other third-party publishers in on this. They can start making like Battlefront for
and Skyrim is the sort of game like I want to be
I
able
don't
to
know
play
if we're
anywhere.
gonna get. I feel like those FPS that have a lot of patches and DLC.
Right.
It's gonna be a challenge on the Switch.
Well, then I'd love to get Ubisoft back in.
Yeah.
Get South Park on Switch.
Maybe we'll see something tomorrow from. Oh God.
We're jumping ahead to
yeah, but hopefully.
Yeah.
But this is the first time we've heard Switch
and VR, right?
And VR, and like these are like peanut butter and jelly for me. Like these are my two favorite things right now.
And then you've got Wolfenstein 2 for the fucking
exactly
bananas.
because it's to scratch the Doom itch.
Yeah.
What was New Order? The great campaign.
Yes.
It didn't really the multiplayer. No.
But Wolfenstein's never even been about that anymore.
No, it's always about the story.
Yeah, even if Wolfenstein 2 is just more New Order, then it's going to be in the Game of the Year conversation again.
Yeah.
Which I'm totally okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for it. And I hate to pieces that it's coming out 2 weeks after Shadow of War, because now it's going to be fighting for my time.
Again, October, right? You got
October is stacked.
Yeah.
Like we're not gonna have enough people to review games at the site. We're gonna have multiple. You need to review some.
It would be the first time. Hey, kids gotta learn sometime.
Like you gotta you.
That's right.
We're gonna have to get you a game because there's gonna be too many of these.
Well, Steve's likely gonna get Shadow of War because he got a Shadow of War last time, and David's probably gonna jump into the Evil Within too. What did you think of that?
As someone who kind of missed the first game, like that piqued my interest again.
It was interesting.
It seems, and E3 presentations are so scripted and rehearsed, but that one looks really solid. I'm very interested in the juxtaposition between like the creepy survival horror and then like the balls to the wall action that they showed.
There was a tone change at the end
there.
there.
But still kind of there was like a through line to it. You could tell kind of like the same environments. They're ramping up the pace
Right.
of whatever they showed at the beginning there.
I think it felt like that first game was a lot more deliberately paced, but I think they're going to go more towards slightly more of an action bent this time around.
I mean, Resident Evil 4 followed that same track with 4.
Yeah, and then they went too far in that direction.
And they went too
for
far
5
in
and 6.
6. So hopefully, look out for Evil Within 3 or 4. But
Right.
two could be on the right track so far.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what we get out of that.
Yeah.
And of course, being a collectible card guy, I'm going to be interested in the Elder Scrolls Legends. So we'll see how that goes. And they're already planning a Skyrim expansion, which it feels really soon for that. But I'm in. It got me interested.
I was going to say they're really diversifying Elder Scrolls well.
Yes.
ESO is
doing it the right way.
Yeah, like we talked about on the stream, ESO is healthy and thriving. Now we have a CCG, Skyrim on Switch, which we can't plug enough. It looks awesome.
No, it's just a company acknowledging Switch.
Yeah.
It's nice to see.
No new
And
IP
beyond.
though. We didn't get a new IP.
No.
Today. That's
rumor-
that's a little bit disappointing, but I think they have enough of their existing catalog that they can sustain themselves for a year.
Yeah. Geez, I mean, Wolfenstein 2 practically looks like a new IP. Like, what even
That's
is
what-
Wolfenstein 2
Yeah.
besides shooting the
I
Nazis?
kind of felt that way too when I saw it, because that intro. Let's talk about how weird that was. There's the girl in the field,
and Wolfie,
the guy with the car, and then Wolfie.
That was
Wolfie,
weird.
Wolf
Grand debut.
and Wolfie.
That was weird. Like New Order TV. It's like it felt like a lot like Fallout.
It
in
felt
that
like
sense.
a Fallout game.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But story-wise, it looks really similar to New Order. So I want more details on what the story is, when it takes place, how we got here.
I'm also interested in the tech, because games kind of live and die by tech, and it's coming out this year, so they've had whatever they're using in the back.
Yeah, curious what engine that's running on.
Yeah.
It could even be the same New Order engine for all we know.
Yeah.
Which could be a good thing, but
maybe it's optimized over time. Sure.
Yeah, maybe. But I mean, yeah, we've jumped console generations. We've jumped. We've moved on. So hopefully it won't look dated.
No. I think if what we saw is an indication, maybe that's kind of where they can get away with Wolfenstein being sort of an experimental title. You can play with visuals and gameplay and almost draw the focus away from the technical underpinnings. Do a lot of creative stuff on the surface.
Yeah.
With that.
All right, that sounds good. And
But we have Blazkowicz not just in that game, but also
in Quake
Champions.
that
to segue.
It's nice to see that they're getting into esports. I'm a little disappointed that we didn't get more
$1
details
million
on other game modes
But
or
you
like
know
other
what?
characters.
You know what? QuakeCon.
Yeah, that's fair.
They're saving a lot for QuakeCon.
Yeah, that's fair. The Quake Champions thing felt like kind of a throwaway for this show. So, but you can't have everything.
Right, and I think that's the only Bethesda game to have its own con, which is really just two and a half months away.
Yeah.
Right? So
I guess that's what they're waiting for.
Yeah.
Which we'll hopefully see more on Doom BFR around that time as well.
Yeah.
I'm hoping there's some demos. They said there are demos at Bethesda Land tonight, but I'm going to be working on getting a VFR demo.
Yeah, Steve and Greg are likely getting all that stuff right now. There are guys on the ground over there at Bethesda. Bethesda Land, the video game he has placed on Earth.
I'm thinking
until Super Nintendo World opens.
Of course.
I'm kind of thinking out loud here, but if it and Bethesda are comfortable putting $1 million into a tournament, Quake Champions tournament at QuakeCon,
yeah, they really want to get it off the ground.
Yeah, that speaks to the fact that the game's probably not that far out from release.
But it takes a lot more than money to get an esport off the ground, because Gears of War threw a lot of money at esports, and that hasn't really.
I'm speaking in terms of like production cycle. Like if they're comfortable saying like, "Hey, play this game and win $1 million," it has to be really well balanced.
Is it Optic? Are they the ones that always win Gears? Someone's always winning Gears. It's like one team.
Optic wins Gears a lot. Optic is actually really good with shooters. They win Call of Duty. They've had a good Counter-Strike team for a long time.
It just feels like someone's just like one team's just cashing in those Microsoft checks from those tournaments.
Right.
It's like they're OP at this point. Because I'm a Gears fan, I do watch it occasionally. But
it takes a lot to get off the ground as a good esport, and I think Quake Champions has like a big uphill climb. So we'll see how it goes. Best of luck to them. I hope they do well.
I think they're just kind of piggybacking on the fact that Quake Live is still a thing.
Yeah.
And that this is just going to be, they're trying to get people to move away from Quake Live into this.
There are a lot of things that are still a thing that really surprised me, like Elder Scrolls Online. Very happy to see that it's still a thing.
Sure.
And I think being free to play.
Yes.
For Quake Champions is going to be a big deal.
Yes.
For making it accessible to people, for it to even get the chance to compete with, the popular shooter esports.
I wonder if it takes off, if Valve's just going to go we're going to just let people pick up Global Offensive for free, just for the hell of it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Similar to what they did with Left 4 Dead 2 5-6 years ago, where on Christmas Day you just woke up and it's like, hey, the game's free if you get it today.
Yeah.
So,
I think it's the Team Fortress, Team Fortress treatment. It's like, this is free now.
Yeah.
That's a conversation for another day. That whole thing of Team Fortress just completely missing the esports boat.
Yeah.
That's a conversation.
But wow, I think really the takeaway is that Bethesda is really getting good at framing their message and their brand.
They really are the best right now in terms of third parties and presentations in E3.
Mm-hmm. As much as I
and they have a booth.
And they have a booth too. Yeah.
You see, EA does not. Activision does not. There's a lot of people.
Well, Activision has a booth this year.
They do.
They do.
They do now.
Yes.
But they're back.
Yeah, and they're going to have a multiplayer Call of Duty there as well.
They got it back.
They got it back.
Okay. Good for ESA.
But
that 15,000 extra people got them back. Maybe.
As much as I liked the Microsoft conference earlier, I think Bethesda gets. I don't want to go into the whole grading, which is better than the other, but I really favor shorter, sweeter, tighter.
It was so tight.
Yeah.
It was just laid out crisp, and they just got through
everything. Because it's late. A lot of people are up past midnight watching this, and I feel like they were self-aware. Let's not keep them up an hour and a half, 2 hours. Let's, come out swinging.
Yeah, don't waste people's time.
Yeah.
It's
Doom VFR.
They hook people with Doom. Just went from there.
Master Sword in Elder Scrolls.
Yeah. Wait. Let's talk about Link.
The trifecta.
Come on.
Can we talk about a third party actually getting into Amiibo? We don't see that a lot.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Yeah. Right?
I want to see what other Amiibo they end up using, because it's not just gonna be Breath of the Wild. So maybe they'll have
other Amiibos,
other mods type Amiibo,
Kirby,
Metroid.
I think the Link
running around in the Skyrim universe.
Yeah.
Come on, I will play this game forever.
The Breath of the Wild Link Amiibo might be the one that I don't own yet, which is too bad because now the Breath of the Wild Amiibo are hard to find right now.
Yeah. All Zelda Amiibo are still pretty hard
Yes,
to
they
find.
are. I think I've got maybe a couple of them. So I will not be ready for Skyrim when it drops.
The Link stuff in Elder Scrolls looks terrible, though. It says Josh.
Oh, it's
hater.
Josh.
Josh has been a hater again.
Come on. Josh.
I
talking
don't think we saw enough of it. I think maybe
I saw a Master Sword and Link's outfit. I'm in.
Yeah, I'm in too.
I'm in.
That's all that we needed.
Yeah.
I think the real point is that you can play Elder Scrolls, on the cam now.
Yep.
Which is, you couldn't do that unless you have.
If you're into that sort of thing, sure.
Yeah.
Playing Elder Scrolls on the toilet, go for it.
All players
sure, Greg. Sure, Greg. Call me during the stream.
Hey, say hi to Greg. Put him on speaker.
Yeah, let's get Greg on here. Hey, Greg.
Dude, oh my God! Did you see the Elder Scrolls Online?
Did you see? We're reacting to
it. We are live streaming a reaction to it.
Our job
We're on the air right now.
Our job right now is to have stream.
I was I screamed. I was like, what the fuck is this problem? It was amazing. It was amazing.
Greg psyched everybody.
Like, oh, that's amazing.
Hey guys, I think Greg might be excited.
Well, we're gonna come back to that hotel and see you in a few.
Okay.
All right. I think that's a good place for us to call it a night.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed. I felt like a very inclusive, wide-reaching, fun type conference.
I'm very happy with it, and it's a nice change from what we got from EA yesterday. And I can't speak for Microsoft because I missed that whole thing for reasons that I can't talk about at the moment. But
Microsoft did pretty good.
I'm pretty happy with today's conferences.
I think we gave them a B+. I'm gonna give Bethesda an A+.
This was a very good.
They spoke to Asif.
They everything I like as a gamer. They were like, "Hey, you want some trippy Wolfenstein game?" I'm like, "Of course I want a trippy Wolfenstein game." You want anything on Switch? Yes, I want anything on Switch.
This was a very good E3 day negative one.
Oh, Doom.
Doom,
the game I threatened to shut down the site over. Oh, in VR, this thing that I love.
So wait a minute.
Yeah, no, I don't want that.
Does Doom VFR have to win Game of the Year?
No.
Okay.
No.
It has to win VR Game of the Year.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna have to clearly talk about this.
Competition is pretty thin in that category.
Yeah.
Well, they got Fallout and Doom.
And
It's Bethesda competing against
Resident Evil
itself.
7 is a really
Okay,
good.
that's fair.
All right. Yeah. Great conference.
So we'll be back tomorrow for day 0.
Day 0.
This was day negative
This
1.
was day negative 1
of E3, and then we're gonna do day 0 tomorrow, which is what?
Ubisoft and Sony.
Yeah. Sony's
Sony's
and the
gonna
Cavs.
be those
and the Cavs.
I will be live blogging the Cavs.
Aren't you gonna be on with us for Sony?
For some of it.
I'm gonna put the game on there.
Please do that.
Right? Can we do that?
Because your reaction's
I
gonna
want
be.
to see that.
Yeah, I actually do want to see
It'll
that.
be like a dual reaction cast. You'll see me reacting to Cavs game and Sony's press conference simultaneously. Does that work for everyone?
I think it would.
I'll still screen cap.
I think that'd be funny as hell, personally.
Let's do it.
And then you'll get a live sad Osif gift for however many months. You know?
Come on.
Yeah.
Don't jinx it.
I'll be back for Ubisoft tomorrow. David, you're here for. Are you gonna be back tomorrow?
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing for Ubisoft, but I'm definitely interested in Sony because I might get a glimpse of Resident Evil 2 remake, which is really why I'm here.
I think you're here for Sony, and Asif, I believe, is your captain. You're captain of the ship for both of these.
Yes.
So,
All right, guys.
thanks for watching.
And Asif, do you want to
sign off?
plug, or are we still going?
Oh no, yeah, we can pull the plug. I was reading
Dude,
some
you
of the
gotta
chat.
eat some. Dude, Asif hasn't had dinner yet.
I haven't had dinner yet. Donovan hasn't either. So we're gonna go eat dinner. But thank you, TFO, Bad Kitty, Lil Crypto, everyone who was watching, even Josh.
Even Josh
and Greg, our first live caller.
Yeah, we had a live caller.
Yeah, thanks to Greg. Thanks to the whole team back home at Shacknews.
Those guys are killing it.
They killed it today.
Yep.
BV, Kiefer, Kev, Donovan, Steve, everyone who wrote for Shacknews today. Thank you. Come back tomorrow for more content. We're probably going to even record some podcast content a little bit later. So thank you. Nintendo Switch is awesome.
VR is still
awesome.
kicking. Yeah.
Doom is awesome.
Doom is awesome.
And Wolfenstein is now on acid.
Which is awesome.
All right.
Which is pretty cool.
Which is awesome.
And goodbye.